Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to do today a video, kind of like a tour and show you guys basically what our farm looks like today. We are at the end of January in 2020 and there's a lot of changes coming, a lot of projects that we're doing. And then I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about like future plans of what we plan on doing here. And again, you guys can always see updates and pictures on my Instagram. I'll link that below. You guys can follow us. And I always post pictures of what's going on around here. I am standing in like between our breezeway, going into our breezeway. Actually, this is our front yard. I'm not going to show you guys the front yard because the front yard's pretty much done. I don't know, if you guys want to see a tour of the front yard landscaping, let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to show you guys going into my breezeway and kind of what it looks like today. Again, I do have ideas of what I want to transform. These are all just ideas. Some are projects that are going to happen. Some are just, again, all up in my head that I hope to get done. And if the money calls for it and if we have time, it will get done. But yeah, I'm just going to like kind of do a walkthrough of what our farm looks like today. So hang on and grab some popcorn and stand by and watch. So see you guys in a minute. Okay, as I mentioned, I was standing right here. This is in the front of our yard. I'm going to back up a little bit, give you guys a better view. So this is our my garage, our driveway. This is walking up to our house. So this is our driveway on the left and our house on the right. So coming through, this is just an arbor. And so this is our breezeway. Let me open the door. It's a kind of a mess right now, so don't mind that. We have a little bit of cleaning to do. The wind, we had a crazy windstorm and it just kind of blew everything, including our cans and our recycling. So this is what it looks like today. So my future plans, if I get my way, because I think I'm the only one that really wants this. My dog wants to come. Let me let him out because otherwise he's going to be crying. All right, Pirate, come on. Come on, silly. Oh, you want to come too, Tingo? So as you can tell, it's kind of like, to us, it's kind of a dead space. I do have some chairs out here. On occasion, maybe in the spring or summer, we'll come and sit out here, but really, no, we really don't, honestly. So if I were to get my way, I would transform this space into a mudroom slash laundry room. I do have an old video of what our laundry room looks like now. It's like a laundry closet. If I find that video, I'll link it below as well. But it's next to our bedroom, so it's really loud because I like to do our laundry at night, saves money, plus whatever. I don't know. It bugs my husband. So I would like to put a washer dryer here with some sort of shelving. Maybe a sink. I don't know if we'll be able to fit a sink, and then put a wall here with a door. And then on this side, just do some shelving, maybe do some like storage lockers with some shoe racks, and then maybe like like a cabinet to put like dog food, cat food, all that sort of thing. And then just some utility stuff, light bulbs and things like that. Okay, we're going. So that's kind of what my plans are. This project probably won't happen for a very long time because we have so many other things to do. Speaking of, is our little backyard. Let me pan to the left. This is behind our driveway. Going around, this is our little deck. The deck probably won't change much, honestly. This is right where our bedrooms are, or the master bedroom, excuse me. So this is just an open patio. I do have some older videos where we actually did have a lawn, some grass. We had a pool at one point, like a above ground. And, we've always had a trampoline, but this is a new one. So I'm going to come over here. So we do actually, when we installed or had concrete laid, we did put these, supports down because we did have a future plans to put a patio, which I think will still happen. So we will see. This is just completely went. It's full of doggy poop that needs to be picked up. This is a fort that my husband built for the boys. My kids are older, but every now and then they'll go in there, and when we have our family with kids, they go and play in there. So, for now, that'll probably stay the same, but I would like to get a lawn put in again, maybe just a little patch of grass. Over here we do have a turtle pond. We had a turtle for a long time. And then we finally, it's a mess, you guys, but we just had a place to put them. And so now we have 2 turtles. That'll probably get moved because I would love to, again, this is just me being a dreamer. I would love to turn this whole space into an in-ground pool. So I would just like to tear all that up, put a pretty good sized pool, and then, maybe have the patio come out to about here, maybe even a further, just have less grass. And then this right here, this whole fence, we are actually going to be tearing this whole back fence out, and it's going to be pushed back because behind this is a single wide, probably not even as big as a single wide, almost like an office trailer that we purchased really cheap and inexpensive from someone off of Craigslist. It's a definite project, definite DIY. It definitely needs to get done, but that is going to be our future guest house / Daniel's house. Daniel is my middle son. If you guys are new here, he is autistic and, he might want to move out one day, and that should be an option. So I'll show you when we go back there, but we'll probably take out this whole middle section fence, continue this fence all the way back, which is, I don't know, 5-6 more feet, and then attach it to the side of this fence. So it kind of makes our small backyard, which we considered our play yard for a long time, back more. But if we do that, it will be considered our courtyard. And I would love to do just, again, if we were ever to put a pool, even if we get another doughboy or above ground, it'd be nice. But we've had a few, and they always, with our weather, we get extreme heat in the summer. It's dry, it cracks. It's not a good environment for that. This whole space, I would love to put like a really nice fire pit, barbecue. Remove that, put a nice barbecue right here. This would be like a nice little, area. So coming out, the dogs are just dying to go out there. I talked a little bit about what I wanted to do in my vegetable garden. So coming out of, I'll call it the courtyard, to the right is where we have our driveway put in. It's actually put there for our motorhome, which is up front right now, but we have the horse trailer here right now. I would love to redo all these beds, throw in some nice gravel, prep the ground so it doesn't collect weeds, because we get weeds like crazy. And it's not just like your average weed. We get like thorny weeds that just poke you. Oh my God, they're horrible. So these are falling apart. They need to get done. So this will get done within the next year. I'm going to make sure that happens. So, redo all these. Like I said, I wanted to add maybe one back there and then another one in the back. Reconfigure our pergola. I love my pergola. I just want to do a few little things, like a new trellis in the back, take off a couple boards, maybe add a few 1x1s. I believe that's what they are on top. And then paint it either black or white. I'm still debating how I want to do that. So white would match everything else, because as you can see, don't look at my house because it needs to be repainted, but all my trim and everything is white. So I thought black would be a nice contrast, but if I wanted to kind of match, then maybe white would be the way to go. So if you guys have any input, I would love to hear what you think. Again, just cleaning this whole place up. And then this building right here is considered right now my husband's workshop and storage shed for all his tools. As you can tell, he builds a lot. Pretty much right here is where he builds. So I don't know yet that we'll actually turn this into something else. I would love to turn it into like a potting / garden shed, which again, it kind of is. It already has stuff, but just to put a place to put all of my gardening stuff. I don't know if you guys saw on the side, but I have like tons of pots and just store all of my fertilizers and just all that sort of stuff. Even like sprinkler stuff, just have like a place to put all of that. And then I would love to put like a small little patio in front of that, just to make it a little bit more easy to work with. If not, then clean it out, paint the middle inside, and put some new siding. Definitely needs new siding and new paint. And then maybe just keep it as my husband's workshop. But it needs to be repainted, and I would love to put that siding that we have on pretty much everything else. Back there is kind of just nothing right now. I don't know if you guys want to go back there, but it's basically just all of our wood storage, our scrap yard pretty much. Just kind of has all of our nonsense and our mess contained in one little spot. Yep. As you can see, this is the fence I was talking about. We're gonna take it off and just continue it back over there. So next to my husband's little work shed, we have this little metal shed, which we've had for a very long time. It's good, it still works. We just need to redo the flooring because it's pretty decrepit and falling apart. So this basically has like our lawnmower and that sort of stuff. I think it would be good to kind of still keep it like that. Just throw a lawnmower and all of our big gardening tools, like, our rakes and our shovels and stuff, because we have a ton of that stuff. We do actually need to go through it and replace some of that stuff because some of that stuff needs to go. This is where all the animals are. You guys did see this, but I'll give a more in-depth detail in just a second. They're waiting for me. So here is our little trailer I told you about. I don't know, what is that, about 8-10 feet? I'm not really good with measurements, you guys, but we're going to continue that to maybe either halfway or just right behind that trailer. So we are going to rip this out. This is just temporary anyways, and we're going to make a huge fence, livestock fence, probably going from this side to either side of that trailer, so that this is just open pasture or just like an arena basically for our future horses if we ever do get them, or just a place to let the animals out to run around. That's just the back of the shed. I told you that's just our little scrap yard. So here's our animals. This was just a temporary pen that we built because our pigs delivered pretty much back to back, had litters, so we needed a separate place to keep them because they weren't too friendly with each other when they were being protective mamas, which is their job. So they did a good job. So I don't know if we're going to be able to keep this pin once we reconfigure our fence line, but for now it just kind of works as an extra space to put animals. This is the pig pen. Well, Charlotte's mad because she's stuck over there. Anyways, so this is the pig pen. This was our old chicken run area. I do have old videos of that if you guys want to see that. Yeah, so that's why it has like netting on top, because we had the chickens in here. They recently moved next door. The pigs don't really need much space. They're happy here. They have their little house. We might have to build another one because now that there's 3, I don't know how they're all going to fit in there once Charlotte gets bigger. And then we have like this whole space enclosed, which kind of just gives like an open yard for the goats and the pigs, and sometimes the rabbits when the rabbits come out and play. I showed you guys our rabbit hutches, which used to be our chicken nesting boxes, what I think I mentioned before. Here is our chicken coop, which you guys have seen before. I'm going to do a quick little inside view of it. This used to be an old goat shed, you guys. So it's a little dusty because we've had no Olive. My pig is trying to get in. So gosh, stay there. She's trying to get in. She's such a bad piggy. She's too skinny right now so she can get in. So as soon as she gets a little fatter, she's not gonna be able to get in here. So it's a little dusty because like I said, we've had major wind, and then the wind, because these windows are not super insulated. I mean, they do open up to let in air in the summertime in the heat. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nesting boxes, which is more than enough we have 17 hens and 1 rooster. They pretty much choose maybe 2 to 3 nesting boxes to all share. But we had the room, so why not? So before, when I had showed pictures before on my Insta stories, the top is flat. I noticed though, when our younger girls were still learning to come in here and come up on their roost at night, they chose to sleep on top of the nesting boxes. And because it was flat, they all slept up there, and there was just poop galore, like crazy, crazy poop galore. And, you know, you don't want your eggs to be dirty. So I was finding myself having to clean that almost every day because it was disgusting. So this was just a quick fix. My husband, again, just grabbed some scrap plywood that we had in our pile. As you can tell, it's not measured. It's pretty uneven. He just cut it to fit really quick to make like a slope. I think we have some extra roofing material that I might have him put on a few pieces, because as you can see, like, because they're right under the window, they just get super, super dusty. So again, that's dust that falls into the nesting boxes. So yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out, but this is just a work in progress. I mean, I think it's pretty much done. I would love to replace the roof. We just have some metal, you know, sheeting that we got from Home Depot. You can get it from anywhere pretty much. Just cut it to fit. It's not perfect, as you can tell. Like, there are some openings that the water does get in. We don't get very much rain here in my area, so we're not too worried about it, but we did get a ton of rain last night. So it was pretty cold last night, and I know that there was probably, you could tell that it's like pretty wet right there. So I don't know. Again, eventually I would love to redo the roof, and yeah, my husband's not too excited about that. He doesn't like to redo things. Hey, pretty girl, you're just gonna follow me around? Yes, you're just gonna follow me around. She thinks I'm gonna give her some eggs. There's no eggs in here yet. I took them already. And then my husband just put a cute little ramp for the chickens. So nothing really will change here. It's pretty much done. Other than I said I would like to replace the roof, and I'll kind of show you. It's just super flat. I would like, I would love to do like a cathedral roof, but I might be asking for too much. Asking my husband to do that for me, because I would love to do like a, let me push her in there so I can shut this. You know, put like one of those cute little weather vanes with the rooster on top. So it's pretty flat. I would like to do either a pitched roof or like one of those cathedral roofs, you know, just make it look fancy, because it's a perfect square. So it'd probably be the easiest area to do that. Coming over here, so as I mentioned, we have this fence to make around. We actually are going to replace this fence because the pigs have pushed and broke most of it. There are parts where there's like holes. Technically, they can push out if they really wanted to, especially this girl right here. When she is in heat, look out, because she is a little escape artist. And as you can tell, her daughter is going to be just like her. So yeah, we need to replace all of this. And we're going to do like the 3-rail, kind of like how all the other fencing is. Come on. Nope. I'm not going to let the goats out right now. Come on, Charlotte. Okay. I showed you guys a little bit of my milking station. What I wanted to do is put in concrete flooring. He put in a sink, which I don't really know how to explain how he did it, other than we had the sink already. We just used scrap wood. We had this railing from like an old fencing, which this one's old too. This one's new. We bought this one to match. But basically the pipe runs all the way underneath over here, I think out to about right here, and it just has like a, I guess it's a leach line or something, and it just kind of goes into the ground, which is kind of good because it will eventually feed that tree. And then we have like a little cabinet right there that my husband bought for like 20 bucks or something. He bought 2 of them on Craigslist, and it's like an old electrical box. He spray painted it. It just works for storage, for stuff like hoof trimmers and stuff like that that I could keep here when I have to trim the girls' hooves. Again, we have to fix that stanchion, so hopefully that'll get done within the next couple weeks, because I'm gonna have to trim these girls' hooves, and it's not fun having to do that when you don't have nothing to hold them on. This goat pen is pretty much done. We just added this cable spool that we picked up from somebody off Craigslist, because the goats love to jump and play in high places. So here's the goat barn. Here is the goat barn. I'll give you like an overall view of it. And this is the other side. This is like the play yard. The girls do jump up here and go on the the balance beam. I hardly ever see them on the teeter-totter. I don't know if it's just too high for them or what, but I'm thinking once we have babies, it'll get used a lot more. The tires we thought would be fun for them to play in, but we haven't really configured how we want to do it. If we want to just lay them flat or put them up to bounce on. We got someone scratching their head. This is what I'm going to be on the hunt for next time we go to our, they do like a swap meet, or it's like a pop-up flea market like twice a year. They didn't do it last year because of COVID. I'm hoping maybe they'll do it this year, but I can always find this kind of stuff there, and then it just works as a good head scratcher, right, Roslyn? Let me take you in here really fast. It's probably dirty. It's been a week since I've cleaned it up, but okay, so really quick, I will do a quick view. My husband is amazing. He built this whole thing pretty much by himself. He is just really good at building things, and you know, he loves it. So we had some windows. They don't match. One's a little bit frosted, one is clear, but same style. He picked up off of a building project with his brother, and they were getting rid of that. So he picked those up and put them back here. We can open that up. I can open it right now, actually. And it just helps with the smell. Also with ventilation in the summer, because, you know, barns get really, because it rained, sorry. Because it rained, it doesn't want to open. So, yeah, it just helps with ventilation and helps just keep the airflow, so you're not having stale air in a barn. He built these little, you know, beds that just kind of lift off the ground so the girls can sit up if they choose to. I don't know what spooked them. Okay, so we have their little green feeders, their little water buckets. As you notice, they're pretty much identical on both sides. There's another one of those electrical boxes. I'll show you really quick. So basically the other one looks exactly the same. This one has some of their treats, baking soda. This is their mineral that they get. And, you know, I'll probably add to it as I need stuff, but you know, she's looking for food, but her grains are on the side. And another water bucket. So anyways, the middle piece does close. We used another piece of this fencing that we picked up from another like tear down site. I guess it was his brother's that they tore it off of their house. So we took it, we've had it basically sitting in our yard, in our scrap pile area for a long time, and we decided to use it. So this was my idea. So a lot of, you know, we work off each other. My husband does all the hard work, lifting. He throws ideas at me, and I tell him how I want it to look, and he kind of will make something off of what I chose. So yeah, like I said, I'm really happy. So basically, he put the fencing in. It was, you know, about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, too short. So he added a piece of thick plywood to the bottom, which works. And then it does close. Right now it's just latched shut open so the girls can have all this space. But if, like, let's say Roslyn is, you know, about ready to give birth, we can close it, lock her in so that she has all this space. We'll probably move that. So she has all this space for her and her kids to have. Now we have a small herd, you know, some people need more birthing stalls, but I feel like 2 is plenty. I feel like, if we need any more than that, we can always just figure it out along the way. But I just felt for the first, especially the first couple weeks, you know, the mom and the babies need to be kept separated from the herd. She's going to follow me around because she's just nosy like that. And then I'm going to try to take you guys across the street, across the property, because all the way to that shed right there is the other side of our property. So I'm going to walk over there, and then I will get right back to you guys. Okay, really fast while I'm walking. This is the back of our property. My husband installed some drippers. He ran water all the way back here. Me and the boys dug and filled in holes, and he installed water. The reason I'm showing you this is because we will be getting trees next month to fill in the back, to kind of give the back of our property something nice to look at, also shade and just privacy. And then this little area behind this little storage shed, which is now our feed and storage room, maybe possibly a future tack room when we get horses. we are going to maybe possibly put like some sort of patio cover or some sort of covering and put hay storage back here. Again, once we get more animals that require more hay. Right now we only have a handful of goats, so they don't eat too much. So this is our shed. I'm not going to show you guys in there right now because it's really not organized and it's just basically nothing really fun to look at. So this is our new buck pen that we just finished painting and got it all set up for our new boy who should be getting in the next couple weeks, guys. It's getting close. We got piggies next door, so here's the buck pen. It's basically a smaller version of the girls' pen because we will probably only ever have maybe 1 or 2 boys. Let me take you in there. It's really not decorated. He hasn't built a little bed for them yet. He did put a shelf in here just because he had extra wood, and my husband likes to add little fun things without telling me. We just had an extra window lying around, and stop it, pirate, threw that in there. That was an extra window. This is another window that came from that same job site where we had the other windows. So he always just brings stuff home because you never know. And this one does open for ventilation. That one does not. That one's just basically for decoration and just to let in some sunlight because it's cold. It is cold right now, you guys. Like I said, we just had a huge rainstorm. We're supposed to be getting rain all week, possibly snow, except for the next couple days it'll be sunny, but it's still freezing. So this is the inside, basically just dirt. I've considered trying out stall mats in here. I don't know how that will do with goats, but if you guys have any experience or any insight on that, I would love to hear. But that is what our buck pen looks like in their little house. So it comes over here. Go around. Pirate, stop. Oh, look at Piggies. Piggies next door. Say hi, babies. Hi. And it goes around. Oh my gosh, my dog, you guys. He's so funny. Okay. Do not look at the junkyard. Okay, and so next to the buck pen, this is our latest project we are working on. It is our future fruit orchard. So yesterday, before it started pouring rain, my husband and I put in these posts to make our fence that is going to look exactly like this one, just continuing. And we dug in holes to fit 13 fruit trees. So their water is already ran. He put a hose in the middle, and basically that is it. I'm gonna walk over here because this side of our property, we have really not explored too much of what we're gonna do, but I think we would like to put my husband's workshop / garage to put in some of those work project cars. And then, like I said, we're going to put a fence all the way from there to there, again, to make this just open pasture and an arena for animals. Because right now when I let the animals out, they just have access to everything, which is normally fine, but it'd be nice to let them out this way, and then I don't have to worry about them getting out and going towards my yard when I do have one. And sometimes they can get into my vegetable garden. So I just have to be aware of that, which again, I don't mind if they come over here, but it is kind of annoying sometimes, just having to make sure all these gates and stuff are locked. So anywho, I think that is it for like my future plans. Here is the trailer again, a better view of it. It is just a hot mess, you guys. I will take you in there, but fair warning, it is not pretty. This is just a temporary, staircase my husband built just so that we can get up in there. We are going to leave the wheels on because that way, maybe I won't be able to get in. Did they lock it? Oh, no, okay. Okay, so walking in, as you can tell, we've done some demo already. This is the main living room area, okay? To the right, over here, is the bedroom. It's only one bedroom. So we're going to keep pretty much the same layout. That way it makes it a little easier. We have to replace we're going to replace pretty much all the windows because it wasn't installed right. There was, as you can tell, mold from the installation, just from windows not being sealed, and they leaked everywhere. So this is the main living room area. So here's an idea of what I'm thinking. This is just a makeshift door that the previous owners just cut a hole. I don't know yet that we're actually gonna keep a door back there, because if we do, we're actually gonna have to cut it wider because that's not the actual size of a door. We've looked, we cannot find one. And then again, there's a window right there. So I would like to tear that window out and put a huge bay window kind of to match this one. This is like a newer, this window doesn't match any of the others that were here. So they put this one in. So I would like to do maybe something similar on this side, and then put the couch right here, maybe do a small little L, like maybe from IKEA, that has like a pull-out bed, and then maybe put a TV right here. And maybe like a faux fireplace. My husband wants to put a wood burning stove, so I don't know if we're gonna actually do that because I don't know if there's enough room to do that, but we'll see. And then, you know, once I furnish it, I'll put like a big dresser right here or something with like a lamp, just to give you like a visual. And then on this corner, maybe put in like a kitchenette. So not a full kitchen, but enough to have like a small fridge and a sink, and then counter space. And that's about it. I'm not gonna put a stove in. I'll probably maybe put like a table, what is it called? Like a countertop stove, in case somebody, like again, if Daniel or somebody wants to live here and start cooking. But if Daniel does live here, I wouldn't trust him cooking anyways, but you never know. It could be a future in-law suite. So, just the possibilities are endless. So again, I don't know what we're doing with this. If we don't put a door here, it'll give it so much more room. It'll actually be nicer. And I would like to put maybe a glass door. That way it'll bring in more sunlight, because it's, you know, when the windows actually are not covered, it is bright in here, but I would like, the sun comes from back there pretty much, and it'll bring in more light. So over this way is the one area that I'm having difficulty deciding what I want to do, because basically it's going to be kind of dark. I don't know if I have light here, but it was a toilet, and this huge thing was a sink vanity. So there was no shower. So my idea was to either put a shower this way and just do one shower, and basically just do a shower and maybe a toilet. And then on the other side, so I don't have to knock a wall out, and then just put maybe like a small sink, and then do some sort of closet. But then we have this vent that sucks air in. So I don't know if that can be moved up higher. I don't know. So that's something that we might have to work around basically. Or just tear out this whole middle section and then just make this a giant bathroom, and then just forget the closet, and then just put an armoire or something in the master or the bedroom. So that's it. Again, this is just a work in progress. I don't know yet that I'll film the process because, you know, my husband's always the hands-on guy, but I'm always the person that tries to help, and I feel like I'm in the way if I'm just filming. So, and this door will be replaced because this is just not the right type of door. This is like an office door. So there's Tingo. He's waiting for us. Come on, Prairie. Let's go. Come on, let's go. And then that's the back of my house from this view. So once this fencing is gone and continued, it'll just make it look like one bigger backyard is kind of what we're thinking. So my husband's thinking that's going to be the next project, but I don't really know how. It's going to be pretty expensive. So there you have it, you guys. Lots of stuff to be done. And we have the time right now. We just don't have the money. So it's going to be one of those things it's going to have to take little by little to do. And as you can see, there's lots of things that I want to do. Lots of things that should be done first, like that fence, and things that I would just love to get done. Not to mention, let me show you. My husband dug it up because we are going to try to get our septic pumped. So I would love to put in a riser so we don't have to do this again. And it just make cleaning a lot easier. We've never got our septic cleaned out, you guys. And we've been here since we built this house in 2007. And we moved in 2008. So technically 2008. We've been living here and using the drains and all the stuff. So, yeah, so that's going to actually get done hopefully within the next couple weeks here, because we have that dug up. But after that, I'm not sure, but I will definitely keep you guys updated. But as of right now, the project that's going to be done is getting the fruit orchard in, because I already bought the trees, as I showed you guys in my last video. Recently, I told you guys that I was getting 2 trees from this. It was called Tree Plenish. It's this program. If I find the link, I'll link it below. They work with schools. They just offer trees at very discounted price to certain areas, trees that do well in your area. I think before I said native, but I think they just do well in your area. But they actually said that they were out of the apricots that I wanted. So I canceled the order and I went and picked up, thankfully they still had them at Lowe's, an apricot tree. And then I got a Honeycrisp apple. So that's the 2 things that changed since the last time I saw you guys. But I have 12, I believe 12 trees. I think 12 trees, unless I still get that gala from Tree Plenish, which I don't think I did. I think I told them to cancel the whole order. So 13 trees will go in there. That's the next project. I will show you guys once that is all done and set up. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, going around of our farm and our property and kind of just checking out future projects and like just dreaming with me, because I'm a big dreamer and I just love to dream about what this house and this property can look like. For many years, it basically looked the same. Anything that we did before was done very, very cheaply. Not because we're cheap. I mean, we are cheap kind of people, but it's just we didn't have the funds or the money or the experience. My husband loves to build. He learned how to do all his stuff through his dad. But I feel like he's more confident now in that kind of stuff. So he takes more pride, I guess, in his projects than he did before. We're not using as cheap of material. So it does cost more. And that it looks nicer. So I feel like now that we can do stuff a little bit nicer, we won't have to go back and replace some of the things that we did before. Like speaking of with that shed, it was just kind of thrown up. It actually used to be a carport turned into a shed. With just really cheap like MDF board and just yeah, so it's fallen apart. It definitely needs to be replaced. But again, my husband hates to redo things that he's already done, even though he knows that needs to be done. So yeah, again, thanks for coming along. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. And this guy's ready to go in. Let's go, mommy. Let's go. I'm ready.